I am not naturally a frugal person. I love to spend money, especially at Christmas time. However, I don't want to go insane this year. I don't want to go over budget, and I really want to focus on spending less and doing more activities and focusing on what matters. So in that regard, I'm also trying to notice and recognize and applaud myself when I am making a frugal choice. So today I'm going to share 3 frugal things I'm doing this Christmas season, this holiday season, to save a little bit of money, but still enjoy the holidays. So number 1, I have reduced the amount of people I am buying for this Christmas. Every single year, I have kind of slowly lowered my list of who I buy presents for, but ultimately beyond that, I have cut out a ton of people. I don't buy a gift for my friends anymore. We do a get together usually, but I don't buy a lot of gifts for people, and this year I've cut out even more people. Second, we were gonna buy a Christmas tree. My husband really wanted a real live Christmas tree this year, but then we found out how much they cost and we decided to put up our old tree. We decided that the old tree that we have had for years now, that's only like a 5-foot tree, it's not big, and we've had it since we've been together. That is gonna be our tree. We did get some new lights and we put our ornaments on. My daughter and I put the ornaments on and we're happy with it. It's great. It gives all of the festiveness that we need. It's not a real tree with the smell and the like Christmassy vibes, but it is such a better frugal choice for us this holiday and still provides everything that we need in a Christmas tree. The third frugal thing was about our kids. My husband and I thought about getting the Elf on the Shelf because for Halloween we had a Mr. Bones skeleton that we moved around the house every night. He got up and moved around, and Elf on the Shelf is kind of similar with some extra elements, but once I looked into it, I realized that it was $30. So instead, I got this cute little $3 elf from the Target dollar spot. He is $3. And I got this little $3 elf. He's like a beanbag type toy. So he sits really well on things. And we've been moving him around every night. To be honest, I didn't love some of the Elf on the Shelf stuff about like the elf is watching you and whether you're naughty or nice, and we weren't going to do that anyway. We weren't going to do any of that. I also wasn't going to do all the like intricate, crazy like designs people do where they're like really they're making these little scenes. I wasn't going to do all of that. He literally just moves to new locations. He like sometimes is just sitting in different places. He was in the stockings one night. He was on top of a frame one morning. We just move him around and the kids wake up and go find him, and it's super fun. My 2-year-old loves it. He is obsessed with trying to find him. My daughter is like suspicious of how he moves, but for $3, it has provided a ton of fun every single morning and it's been really great. And that's like a way more frugal choice than getting the Elf on the Shelf, which was 10 times as much money and provides like the same experience. So those are 3 frugal things I'm doing right now during the holiday season to try to save money, to like keep ourselves in check. And I'm really happy with the fact that I didn't go out and spend all the money that I could have on these things. Like, I'm very proud of myself. So with that in mind, I'm now going to share what we're doing with the money that we've saved so that we can put it toward our big financial goals, because it is Transfer Tuesday and I always share what we're doing with our money beyond just the basics. And today I'm going to share what money moves we've made. So let's get started. We do have 3 goals that we're going to look at today that we've been working on. One is funding my Roth IRA. The other is putting money toward our house savings. And the third is funding a mortgage payoff fund, which is basically just building up an investment fund to potentially have enough to pay off our mortgage. So the first goal is my Roth IRA. This is my account that we've been funding for the year, and we are now getting toward the end. So last week we ended our week with a contribution total of $5,580. This week I am putting in $190. After that contribution, my contributions are now $5,770 for the year of 2023. So I looked at the 190, I was like, okay, that's great, we're almost done. But then I was like, oh, I could actually be done today. Do I want to be done today? And I decided, yes, I want to be done with this goal. I would like for a goal to be checked off now. So I decided to put $730 more into my Roth IRA. Basically, it's bonus season, and we also had some big FSA reimbursements go through. So I'm excited because I basically just finished off the Roth IRA, and it was a little bit of an impulsive decision, but we have now put $6,500 into the Roth IRA this year for my retirement savings. And I'm so excited because like it's done. I didn't realize having so many goals unfinished has all those like mental loops in the back of my mind, and finishing one off has given me so many good feelings. So I'm really excited. I decided to do this and just like scrap my plan and finish something off and have it done. I think I'm going to take this little moment of clarity and how good it feels to have these goals done and carry it into next year and kind of try to front load some goals. So they're done sooner. That would actually be amazing. So that's my plan for next year. But if you're funding a Roth IRA and you haven't got that far, you do have until tax time, until April of 2024 to fund the previous year of 2023. So like there's definitely still time left if you haven't done your Roth IRA yet. But personally, I'm just trying to finish off this goal because I want to move on to the 2024 goals, and I have worked on those. So I'm really excited about working on the next year, and I just want to wrap everything up with a bow. So the next goal is my house savings fund, and this one has slowed down this week. Last week with this account, we had hit a total of $8,520 for the year funded. That's definitely not anywhere close to $20,000, which was my stretch goal for the year, and we are not going to hit it, obviously. We did not make it that far, but that's okay. We've still added up a lot of these weekly amounts to get $8,500. So I'm really happy about that. And this week we are putting in that $25 I mentioned. That was from the budget. So $25 went in. And then I had two other amounts go into this account. So I did have a $20.66 cash out from Upside, the app I use whenever I get gas, and I get cash back from that. And then I added that to the total. And then we also got interest paid on this account. So hooray, interest. This isn't a high yield savings account, and I have a video on different high yield savings accounts that I recommend or like. And if you want to watch that, any of those are great options. So I did get $28.70 for this particular account, and that $28.70 added to our total and left us with a new balance of $8,574.36. So really excited. That is definitely adding up, even if it's $75 or $100 every single week. That does add up, and that amount is growing and growing, and I'm really excited about it. With that said, let's move on to the final goal, which is the mortgage payoff fund. That's just what I'm going to be calling this because it's just easier and makes more sense. So it's the mortgage payoff fund, where I am saving up a big amount of money, investing that money in a taxable brokerage account, and trying to build up the balance to equal the amount of our mortgage balance so that we could, if we wanted to, take that money, pay off the mortgage. And that's not really the plan, but that's what I'm calling this particular account. Basically, I really want to build up my investments, and I love the idea of having a amount of money that I could pay off my mortgage with if I really wanted to. If I suddenly made $0 in YouTube revenue and I couldn't get a job and I wanted to have like a secure paid for home, if that ever happens, I would love to have the money to be able to do that. Security is like a huge thing for me. So that's kind of where this goal came from. And this week we are having some changes because we did pay our mortgage for the month. On the 1st, it is due every single month. So we did make a mortgage payment, and that dropped our mortgage balance down to $107,155.14. It's always nice to see the mortgage balance drop down and know that we owe less money on this home, and that happens every single month, and it's really fun. And then our balance of our investment account of the mortgage payoff fund did go up, so it went up a little bit over $100. So we're now at $18,151.20 in that account. And that is something that I'm going to be growing and working on in 2024. That's going to be one of my big goals. So increasing the amount in that mortgage payoff fund and seeing what the difference is. And with those numbers this week, the difference is $89,003.94. So we're under that $90,000 mark. And of course that can change because this money is invested, so the value goes up and down. But for now, we are about $89,000 in difference between what we owe on our mortgage and what the mortgage payoff fund is. So we'll see if we can make those numbers get closer and closer and closer together next year. That's it for me. I have worked on my 2024 goals, so I will have a video of that coming out soon so you guys can kind of see where I'm headed with my personal finances and what we're going to be doing in the year of 2024. And me and Mr. Elf would love to wish you a happy holiday season. We are having so much fun over here, trying to stay frugal, trying to stay like realistic about what we can do and what we should do. And that has been working out well so far. We're doing okay. So comment club, if you watch this far, type frugal down below because I am trying to stay frugal and reasonable during this holiday season and not go crazy. But yeah, we're just trying to be frugal and fun and realistic. So that's what's up over here. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.